A man suspected of opening fire in a rural Nova Scotia community, leaving multiple victims behind him and leading police on an overnight chase, is now dead. An RCMP officer was killed and another injured during a manhunt for the shooting suspect, identified as 51-year-old Gabriel Wortman. This rapidly evolving situation started as a firearms complaint late Saturday night in the small community of Portapique, along the Bay of Fundy, about an hour and a half from Halifax. Now, 9 hours after police were first called about a person with a gun, they said they were dealing with an active shooter. Investigators say the 911 calls led them to a residence in Portapique. Officers described arriving to a chaotic scene with several casualties inside and outside the home. The search for the suspect led police through multiple communities, with a number of structures lit on fire along the way. In a bizarre twist, Mounties had warned the gunman may have been impersonating an officer, saying he might be driving a lookalike RCMP vehicle and wearing a uniform. During the manhunt, residents were urged to stay inside their homes and lock their doors as officers swarmed in on the hunt for Wortman, described as armed, dangerous, and on the run.
It's cottage country in the summertime. This is where this occurred, in one of those nice little peaceful cottage subdivisions along the Bay of Fundy. It's a shock. This stuff's not supposed to happen in rural Colchester County or Nova Scotia. It's hard to describe. It really is hard to describe. It's hard to imagine that this happened here.
The more than 12-hour ordeal eventually came to an end at this gas station in Enfield, about 35 kilometers from downtown Halifax.
My hearts go out to everyone affected in what is a terrible situation.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau thanked RCMP members involved in the chase for resolving the attack.
I want to thank the police for their hard work and people for cooperating with authorities.
It was not immediately clear what the motive was for the shooting. For City News, I'm Caryn Ceolin.